Now we can start. First, I will present you our school. My name is, as you can see, Dalibor Todorovic, and I am a computer science teacher in elementary school Sreten Mladenovic Mika in the city of Niš in Serbia. This is location of our school. It's not a big school. We have less than 400 students and around 30 teachers. We are not in the city center, but there are some important institutions near our school that are city hospital, then military hospital, clinical center, faculty for natural science and mathematics, and some historical, famous historical monument is the school tower. This is our first Erasmus plus KA1 project since Serbia got opportunity to participate in Erasmus plus projects last year, now it's 2 years ago, in call for 2017. And we started immediately our application process, organizing a team and discussing about some issues about topics for our projects. We already had some previous experience in different European projects funded by European Union, but not in Erasmus. So for all of us, it was something unknown, and normally we feel some fear if we can manage it, and we are going to bring that project to the end. So about Erasmus, I suppose you all know what Erasmus plus KA projects are. Serbia, in this first call in 2016, didn't have an opportunity for participating in Erasmus KA2, only in KA1 projects, which are related to mobility of teaching and non-teaching staff abroad for attending courses or job shadowing. We decided to attend some courses abroad. First, we created our European Development Plan. As you know, the European Development Plan is some document that every institution, in this case school, have to have in order to apply for Erasmus Plus grant, and we made it as a part of our annual working plan for this school year 2017-2018. It's made before we apply for these projects. We called it Let's Learn Together. Project lasted from 3rd July 2017 until today, the 2nd of July 2018. This plan contains different needs of institution, our school, related to the quality development and internationalization, and description of the ways on which these planned activities will contribute to the fulfilling of these needs. In this European Development Plan, we identified some school needs, such as developing of new methods for learning and teaching, where is strengthening of professional capacities and competencies of teachers through education and development new opportunities in recognizing students with difficulties and informing teachers about the new methods related to the early prevention of early school leaving. Then some competencies about using different tools and methods for creative and constructive learning. Um, After that, the second topic is development and strengthening of digital competencies of employment through activities such as project-oriented learning. And since we already were very active in e-twinning and different projects, project-based learning is something that is carrying in our school for several years. And we wanted to learn new methods, techniques, and new tools for this collaborative learning in order to develop more the digital competencies of our employment. The next topic was development of European dimension of school. Because we have vision of our school as a more international school, and we wanted to develop more competencies, management competencies of our employees, in order to be able to carry out different international activities with or without including parents, and to ensure some quality of projects that are connected with our school curricula. And the last topic is bringing achievements of our students, and in order to bring to increase achievements of our students, and not only students with difficulties, but all students in our school. School development plan included some educated teachers that are motivated and enough educated and have developed skills in order to use these skills to educate not only these students with difficulties, but or students on quality way. And according to this European Development Plan, we first we've selected 3 courses about development of new methods of teaching and learning, or activities that are connected to this point 1, 2, and 3 of our school development plan were supposed to be developed through attending this course about some non-formal learning and teaching methods. Then for activities connected to these topics, points 4 and 5, about development and advancement of digital competencies of teachers. We should attend some course about developing digital skills and digital citizenships. And the third topic about developing a European dimension of school, we had to attend some courses about international projects in everyday school life. We selected three courses. These are their names. 2 of them were supposed to be held in Italy, in Venice, and 1 in Italy, in Milan. But meanwhile, some of these courses were one by one were first postponed and after that cancelled. And we had some strange situation that all 3 courses that we chose them were cancelled. And now the time was passing by. These courses should be realized in August, in October and December, and it was already December, and we didn't have any course and any project activities related to this mobility. We organized different meetings starting from the beginning of our projects, and now we were supposed to find courses on the same topic and in the same country, or in the country with the same distance, which is calculated by this distance calculator on the site of European Commission about Erasmus. And beside this, the course has to have same outcomes and the same aims and objectives, and to last 7 days or more than 7 days, but no chance to be less than 7 days, because we got funds for 7 days. And it wasn't easy at all, so we used a school education gateway portal to find proper courses, but it was very difficult to fulfill all these three criteria related to distance, to the country, to the topics and outcomes, and we have to make some changes in our projects. And that was very stressful for us, but we finally managed it. We found through this portal, searching course catalog for Erasmus Plus opportunities. And since our first courses were supposed to be held in Italy, we were searching either by map, by country, or by this advanced search where we, for example, entered this criteria to be on-site course, to be on topic of digital competencies, of to be in Italy, and we didn't have so much opportunities. So the organization that was very good for cooperation, because they made some adaptations for our and modifications of their courses for our case, is Enjoy Italy, and all three courses are realized in cooperation with this organization, Enjoy Italy. The name of the courses are, I show you, EU Project Design and Project Cycle Management for Education, which was held in Rome in Italy. The second one, Interactive ICT-based web and digital tools for an effective blended, flipped and cooperative learning in Milan in Italy. And non-formal education at school, methods and tools to empower students' key competencies, participation and learning. These are their descriptions on the Enjoy Italy page. This is the first course that was attended by our school principal and teacher, a primary teacher that teaches students from 7 to 10 years. And they attended this course, which lasted 7 days in Rome in December. I will back to this site and show you that was our first mobility, and by our project it should be the last mobility that was called in December, but we contacted our national agency, and they told us that that's not very important, because the main thing is that the course is organized and finished and has the same outcomes. These are some pictures from the course from the first day. That was about presentation of the course and participants brainstorming and competencies about 21st century. All of that you can find on this their their page, or topics of the course by day for all 7 days. And after that, in January, the second mobility was held in Milan, in Italy. The participants were me and my colleague, Dejan, pedagogical assistant. And we attended this course about different ICT-based and web tools for effective blended, flipped, and cooperative learning. Where I will show you some other presentation about this course, and then I'll be back on this page. These were participants, 15 participants, 10 from Norway, 3 from Sweden, and the 2 of us from Serbia. And for these 7 days, we really were introduced with different web tools that we found very useful for using in our teaching and with our students. For example, the portal vSchool that offers some instant quizzes, some tests, lectures, and some other interesting stuff. Then at Shelf, where you can find different educative tools for your needs from different subjects, for example, math, biology, history. Then Screentomatic, a website for creating videos. Your students or teachers also can create videos that are very easy for recording in lasting 15 minutes, and these videos can be shared by different social networks. Then Adobe Spark. I suppose many of you know about Adobe Spark. You can make some posts, some Spark page or Spark videos in very easy and quick way. Powtoon, you already know about this. If you are on eTwinning, I suppose that you already use this with your students for creating pictures or animations. Then My Simple Show, site for creating your video, and you can already put on this video some content such as animations or pictures that are related to the topic that you're working on. Then at Puzzle, where you can create your school plan for all teachers in the school. Then EdTed, different tools. At Puzzle also, I should add TED. Okay, this is interesting. PlayPosit, like a platform where you can create or use some already prepared video, and you can interrupt it, and you can post some questions about the content, and to check whether your students are concentrated on the topic. If they answer correct, they can continue to watch the video. Audacity for creating sounds, then Bitable for something like online commercials, interesting. TED Lessons, Edu for creating digital paths for learning. Nearpod also, where this is good for personalization of learning, creating learning paths for your students. Padlet, I'm sure you already know about Padlet and different ways for presenting materials on Padlet. Book creator for creating different interactive stories, digital portfolios of your students, poetry books, and strip adventures and other different things. Flipgrid, it's very interesting for online collaboration where every student or participant in your class can create some short video as an answer on some question. I'll back to this site. So this was our first day. Since it's interesting that since colleagues from Norway and Sweden are not experienced in using eTwinning, and the presenter didn't have an eTwinning account, so he asked me to present my eTwinning projects and to say something about eTwinning portal. The second day we were visited some hub place where we could we also learned some tools for this collaboration. In the third day we visited a school Giulio Nata in Milan in Italy. It was some combined school center for different subjects, and we were on art classes and chemistry classes, so we saw how teachers and students use ICT tools, and for example they were using mobile phones and tablets for quiz. Here is, for example, this was some quiz in Kahoot, like whole like a CLIL method class in chemistry. We visited also another school. It's Bertarelli Ferrari. It's a local school which is famous by participating in different European projects. And we also had to create some different materials using this online tools that we experienced it. The third mobility was in March. The participants of this third mobility were our school psychologist and Serbian language teacher. The name of the course is Non-Formal Education at School, Methods and Tools to Empower Students, KA Competencies, Participation and Learning. The course was held in Rome. It lasted also 7 days, and 7 days. It was held in March. You can see the description of this course also on this description page about non-formal education at schools. On Enjoy Italy page, you can find it through School Education Gateway. Everything is described day by day. And after all this mobility, we started to make dissemination of our projects, evaluation and dissemination. We had presentation in the regional center in our city for developing of education for teachers. This was our first dissemination activity. Then we had a presentation in our school to teachers, other teachers about the things that are learned on these courses. After that, we had some workshop about eTwinning for new teachers, because we have about 30% of teachers new in our school starting to work from this school year, and they were not introduced with eTwinning, so we held a workshop for them. They registered on eTwinning and learned some basics about projects. After that, we had another presentation on the regional competition for coding robots, where represented teachers from a lot of cities in Serbia. They were introduced about Erasmus projects, and our projects was presented to them, our experiences. Uh, After that, we had also some articles published in newspapers, local newspapers, about our project. Um, then we had another presentation also on regional level. It was also some competition um, for students from technical education. They also were fulfilling this evaluation lists. We had a presentation on the meeting of a section of local psychologists, where our psychology presented their experiences from this mobility. We also participated at a local television, Bellamy, my colleague Sonia, Serbian language teacher, and me participated in this. This is some daily show, talk show in the afternoon. So we presented about. There is on YouTube this recording of this portal. We also had this another presentation about these tools recently in our school, where teachers were introduced with all of these tools and tried to implement some of them in school. And for evaluation, we had a paper evaluation, and also it was written in our proposal. We made evaluation using Mentimeter tool and embedded it on the site also. My internet is slow, but I hope you can see it. So here are the results of evaluation with these different questions. And we also created an e-twinning project with the same name. Not all pages are yet public, but you can see it on e-twinning. Let me see if I have already opened it here somewhere. This is this page, this twin space for these projects, and all of these materials that are already on this site will be also put in this twin space. So it was an interesting experience. I can't say that it was easy. It was stressful because of canceling these courses, and a lot of our free time we spent in searching some other courses with the same topic, lasting same days, same distance, and it wasn't easy, but you know, projects are something that are live thing. When you write project, you write it 1 year before it will start, and meanwhile a lot of things can change, so you have to be flexible and just to find solutions one by one. So I think that our time is out. Okay. So do you have any questions? I already see some questions, but you can write me on my email or in eTwinning, so I will answer. You know, PlayPosit is not similar to Edpuzzle. It's Daniela. It's very interesting for checking attention of your students during the class, for example. You can put some video they can watch video, and then in some sequence of the video is shown the question. So if they answer the correct, if they give the correct answer to questions, then they can continue to watch the video, or they can come back to the video and watch it again. Okay, thank you all for participating. I'm available for you to give you some other explanation, or to give you a link or share this presentation about all these web tools that we learn. A lot of them are very useful, and you can use it for flipped classroom or for blended learning, because you all know that things are changing very fast, that our students are not motivated on classes as we used to work earlier. So more different web tools you use and you show them, they will be more motivated, and it will be more interesting for them. No, Daniela, it hadn't to be in Italy, but in some country with the same distance. And the distance, as I show you from Nice, our city, to Milan, is 1,040 kilometers. So we had to find a course in this distance range, because with the distance until 1,500 kilometers is 275 euros for travel. And if you exaggerate this distance, then you should get more money for courses, for example, for distance over 1,600 kilometers is 325 or 350 euros. I can't remember correct. That's because of the descriptions of our project. Okay, bye all. Thank you for participating.